Yeah, how was shy about to go kill manga. Precepts busting like a chopper. The way he got cut up, he gon' need.
The book of Habakkuk, chapter 2, verse 18. What profits the graven image, that the maker thereof have given it, the molten image, and a teacher of lies, that the mark of his work trusteth therein, to make dumb idols. Hey, hold on, what's that sister talking about? What's going on with her? Hey, sister, can we talk to you for a second? Yeah.
All praises.
All right. So how you doing today? I'm good. Great. So I was seeing you talking to my brother over there, right? So do you believe in the Bible?
Yeah, I believe in
You believe in the Bible? That's beautiful. Do you know your?
Well, I don't believe in the Bible, but I believe in God.
Well, so what God do you believe in?
I believe only one God.
One God. Well, where can I learn about your God?
You just pray to him.
So if I pray, I mean, where can I learn about your God though?
Oh, you have to in your heart.
So your God is in my heart.
Yes.
But my God is in my heart.
Right.
But your God isn't in my heart.
My God is in my heart.
Right. So I mean, how do I learn about your God? What is your God like? What does he want you to do?
My God is humble.
Okay. So what does he want you to do?
What do you want me to do?
Yes.
Take care of myself.
How do you do that?
By naturally taking care of myself, by waking up in the morning, seeing who I am in the mirror, and going on about my day.
So does your God allow you to eat certain things?
Yeah.
And so what does your God not allow you to eat?
Pork and swine.
Well, you know.
Pork and seafood.
And seafood. You know, my God. Well, I mean, my God allows fish, but he doesn't allow pork though.
Well, I allow fish, but he doesn't allow seafood like bottom feed.
Yeah.
Crab.
Okay.
Shrimp.
Yes.
And stuff like that.
Yeah. So.
Fish I do eat.
Yeah. Okay. So it sounds our gods are kind of sounding similar.
Yeah.
Right. So, but you know that comes out the Bible.
Yeah.
Right. So I can learn about your God in the Bible.
Yeah.
Right. So you believe in the Bible.
The whole Bible.
So do you believe? So you believe in the Bible?
I do believe in it.
Okay. So are you aware of your nationality according to the Bible?
That part not.
No, not at all. You never thought about it?
I mean, I've read it. I've thought about it, but I haven't got any answers or anything like that.
Right. So but why haven't you ever wondered about who our God calls you?
I do ask me that, but who's to know? Like, I've only been living on this earth for 30 years, so I don't, for me to call who I call myself, I don't know. I just go by the day, trying to be the best woman I can and commit to everything that I say I'm gonna do. So I just try to be true to my word.
Are you aware that there are prophecies to identify who people are biblically?
Say it again?
There are prophecies that are set in the Bible to identify who people are biblically.
Yeah.
Right. So when you look at these prophecies, that's how you can identify who you are biblically.
Yeah.
Right. So so if you were filling out a job application today, right? What would you fill out when it came in as race?
I would say I'm black.
Black, African American, something like that, right?
Yeah, black, African American.
Right. Well, what we're out here doing is saying that according to the Bible, right, the so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans are the children of Israel, right? We are God's chosen people, right? We descend from the people that Moses brought out of Egypt, right? And that the salvation that is spoken about in the Bible is exclusively for the children of Israel, right? So what do you think about that?
I think it's true.
You think it's true? So you don't have a problem with certain people who aren't Black, Latino, and Native American not being able to receive salvation?
Say it again. Say that one more time.
So what we're saying is that if you are not Black, Latino, or Native American, you cannot receive salvation.
Yeah.
Right. So you don't have a problem with that.
No.
All praises.
That's right.
That's exactly what the Bible says. Right? Yeah. So we want to show you how we identify who we are as Israelites, right? So yeah, we don't do right. So just give me 15. Give me 15. Yeah, give me 15. You got it? You got 15? All right. This is Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of thy Lord thy God, to observe to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee. Curses shall. So are you? So when?
But I live right across the street.
Did you get a flyer?
No, I didn't.
Can somebody get his sister a flyer? Who's got a flyer?
I'm gonna come back.
Hey.
I'm gonna come back.
Can you get her a flyer?
Oh, missed opportunity, man. That's always going on. Hey. All right.
You ain't nothing but a sandbag bully. A bully. Because you ain't done shit yet. You ain't gonna do shit to me, bro.
Man, get up the block, bro. Man, just get up the block, man. All right, where were we? We go Habakkuk. All right, 2 and 18. All right, bring it down. The book of Habakkuk, chapter 2, verse 18. What profit a graven image? Salakia, right? I got it right. So yeah, what profit comes from a graven image, right? What profit comes from an idol, right? Go ahead, continue. That the maker thereof have graven it, the molten image, and a teacher of lies, that the maker of his work trusteth therein, to make dumb idols. Right? So again, man, even the people that make it, you got dumb idols out here, right? Dumb idols, right? There's no, the people that make idols, man, it's just an image, it's a graven image.
Hey, man, all that. I didn't do it. The white man did it. Hey, not me, the white man. Hey, talk to her. Stupid motherfucker. Stupid motherfucker. I ain't got nothing for you. Motherfucker, ain't nobody say you down after motherfucker. I gotta stand my ground, bro. My house. Not your fucking house.
The white man's the devil, bro.
That's right. Hey!
The white man's the goddamn devil.
Shut up.
Yeah, so we got graven images, right? Made by hands of a human, right? Idols, right? Made by humans, right? Their images are made by humans, right? You can you read 19?
What happened at the Council of Nicaea?
The Council of Nicaea?
What happened at the Council of Nicaea? 325 AD. What happened at the Council of Nicaea?
You tell me.
Jesus was invented.
Prove it.
Invented by a group of clerics that needed some type of demigod.
Prove it.
That can be
Prove
erased.
it. Prove it.
That's the one thing that you can't.
No, prove it. Prove what you're saying.
That's the book. That's the one thing that book
Prove
can't
what you're
survive.
saying.
That's the one thing that book can't survive.
Prove what you're saying.
Here's another question.
No, prove it. No. Prove what you're saying.
Here's another question.
No, don't run. Prove what you're saying.
I'm not running. That's fact.
No,
It's
prove
actually
it.
fact.
Prove it.
Fact.
Pull up the Council of Nicaea.
prove nothing.
Pull up the Council of Nicaea.
Okay, next question.
Pull up the, no,
Last question.
we're
Last
going to deal
question.
with what you just said.
Name
No,
one.
we're going to deal with what you just said.
Name
Don't
one.
lie. Don't
Name
run.
one. Name one. This is not
No,
right.
we're gonna prove you wrong right
Name
now.
one
You're a
thing.
liar. You're a liar.
Name one.
You got your
burial.
phone?
Name
Give me
one burial place.
Pliny the Younger.
Name one burial
PLINY.
place.
Pliny the Younger.
Name one burial place of anybody in the book. Name one
Stop
burial
talking.
place
Let me
of
do what
anybody
you
in
just
the book.
said. Pull up Council of Nicaea.
The
Stop
Council of
running from the
Nicaea.
point.
The factual.
Pull up. We're gonna pull up the Council of Nicaea and see what. No, don't run.
They created.
Don't run. No, they
created
didn't.
Joshua.
No, they didn't.
Yes, they did.
You sound
Created
retarded.
Joshua.
What was the Council of Nicaea? What year?
Well, you're 325 AD.
When did Christ live? Supposedly.
Supposedly,
Yeah, when did he live?
he never did. It's made
You
up.
don't know a
It's lie.
damn thing.
It's
You
a lie.
Pliny the Younger?
He never did. See, that's where your argument fails.
Right. You don't know enough. I'm gonna prove that in one short
You
moment.
can't name one burial place of one person in that book, can you?
Huh?
You can't name one burial
We
place.
didn't bury our people like that. What are you talking about?
Well, you can't name
We didn't bury our people like that. Do you know what you?
can't name one place where.
Sir, we didn't bury our people like normal. We didn't have caskets. We didn't.
What do you call the Egyptians?
What did they do to their people?
They buried them.
No, how'd they do it though?
They buried them.
How'd they do it?
With a shovel. With a goddamn shovel.
What's your name? What's your name? What's the method of burial that they did? You don't know. They mummified their people. We didn't mummify our people. You don't know a damn thing. We didn't mummify our people. We didn't wrap them in cloth and put embalm in fluid. We didn't do any of that.
Yeah, but the story is older than that.
What?
The story is
What
older
story?
than
Now
that.
you're changing the topic.
The story
Let's
is
stick to the
older
Council of
than that.
Nicaea.
The
Let's
story
prove
is
Jesus
older than
existed. That's what we're gonna do first. Don't run. Where you at?
I know it's hard.
Pull it up.
It's
Plenty
hard
about
to find.
Jesus.
It's hard to
No, it's not hard to find. Where you at? Go ahead.
All right, this is the first council of Nicaea. The first council of Nicaea, right, it was a council of Christian bishops convened in
Wait a minute. They're already Christians, so they made up Christ. Like, that doesn't make sense, right?
Yeah, they made up
in a bit.
But they're Christians already, though.
the word Christ didn't exist at that time.
Right.
They're saying it now.
I mean, it's English, but anyways,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, right, exactly.
In the city of Nicaea by the Roman Emperor Constantine, right?
Let's see what happened at the Council of Nicaea. Read.
So the overview, the first council of Nicaea was an ecumenical council of the church. Most significantly, it resulted in the first uniform Christian doctrine called
The doctrine, not the person. Read.
called the Nicene Creed.
Read.
With the creation of the creed, a precedent was established for subsequent local and regional councils of bishops to create statements of beliefs and
Statements of what?
beliefs, canons, and doctrinal orthodoxy.
Read that again. They did what?
To create
To create what?
statements of
Statements of what?
belief,
Beliefs,
canons,
canons,
and of
and doctrines.
doctrinal orthodoxy, meaning that this is what we're going to believe and this is how we're going to believe it. That's what that means.
It didn't say anything about Jesus. It didn't say anything about Jesus, did it? Did it say anything about Jesus?
No, what they told you is how to believe.
No, you just lied. We just proved we lied. That's the
They
point.
told you how to believe in shit that ain't true.
So where did Jesus come in? Where did Jesus come in? Where did Jesus come in? What are you talking
They're
about?
training you to be a mental slave.
How?
That's what you've accomplished.
How?
That's what you've
How?
accomplished.
That's what I've accomplished? How?
That's what you've accomplished.
How?
And you're-
Did it mention Jesus there though? Did it mention Jesus there? Sir, did it mention Jesus
That's
there?
because the name didn't exist.
Did they create Jesus
The name
there?
didn't exist.
Jesus is a Greek term. What are you talking about? His name's not Jesus.
J didn't exist until 130
That's
years ago.
obvious. That's obvious. His name's not
J
Jesus.
didn't exist until the
That's
130 years
common
ago.
sense. His name's not Jesus.
Right. See,
That's an English
you're mixing
transliteration.
apples and oranges. That's for all of y'all.
You don't know enough.
Apples and
You're
oranges.
spewing rhetoric. That's your
You mix
problem.
apples and oranges.
How come the Council of Nicaea didn't say they created Jesus there? Can you say that? Can you admit that you were wrong?
No, I'm not wrong.
You're wrong. How come they didn't create Jesus in the Council of Nicaea?
I'm not at all.
Did they create Jesus in the Council of Nicaea? Did they create Jesus in the Council of Nicaea? Yes or no? Can you answer my question?
You're bypassing. That's all
We read what the Council of Nicaea was about. It didn't say they created Jesus there.
I ain't got a microphone. You're bypassing.
You can come closer, we can hear you better. Come closer, we can hear you better.
No, we need a little distance here.
Oh, you need a little distance? Oh, you scared of coronavirus?
None of y'all got masks on.
Right. You in the dirtiest city in America. You worried about something on the ground or something that's coming out of my mouth. You don't know a damn thing. You just got proven wrong. Go ahead.
So one of the main reasons was because of the Arian controversy. The Arian controversy arose in Alexandria when the newly reinstated professor Arius began to spread doctrinal views that were contrary to those of the bishop of St. Alexander of Alexandria. The disputed issues centered on the natures and relationship of God, the Father, and the Son, Jesus.
Google.
Why are they discussing Jesus right here?
Google.
Why are they discussing Jesus if he didn't exist?
Well, you can see the
Google? What are you talking about? This is history.
contradiction of what you say.
What contradiction?
Google.
Google? Do you Google information? Do you Google information? Is that what you got? They've been at Council Nicaea on Google? Because you didn't answer your question either.
I learned this in school.
You learned what in school? You learned what in school?
About the Council of Nicaea.
How come it didn't say what you just told us this?
Real history, not this shit y'all.
Real history? Oh, they teach that Jesus didn't exist in history? I think they teach the opposite of that. Yeah, he don't know a damn thing. He's running his damn mouth. Silly Negro. He got fooled by the Christian church, not the actual Bible. That's the problem.
Why do you live in the flesh?
Yeah, he got proven wrong in the first point you made. It
Why
don't
are
make
you
no damn
living in
sense.
the flesh?
Excuse me?
Why are you living in the flesh?
Excuse me?
You are living in the flesh.
Of course I am. What's your point?
My point is you live in the spirit. Jesus
I can do
died.
both. I can do both.
No, Jesus
Are
died.
you living in the spirit?
I'm in the spirit.
Are you in your flesh?
I don't live in the flesh.
Shut up.
If
I don't
you
want to
live
hear
in the
it.
flesh,
You don't know a damn thing.
Apparently, you're living in the flesh because you got ailments, man.
I don't live in
Right?
the.
Do you have ailments?
You
Yes or
guys,
no?
never mind. You don't want to get the point.
Come on, man. Every person up here is living in the flesh. Everyone that walks on this earth is living in the flesh,
No,
right?
look.
In the testament that you're living in the
Jesus
flesh, that
died.
you're aging and you have ailments.
Jesus died.
You're living in the flesh, man.
No, I'm living in the spirit.
No, you're not.
Like Jesus.
You don't have the
Jesus
spirit. What's
died.
your nationality? You Russian or
Jesus
something?
died
Where you from?
with the Holy
Where you
Ghost
from?
of Jesus.
Jesus didn't bless you.
You
crippled,
have to
man.
be blessed, my brother.
You're on your last
you have
leg,
to
literally.
you have to be baptized in the Holy Ghost.
Oh, you do? You got to
Yes.
be baptized in the Holy. Can you be baptized?
Yes, sir, in the Holy Ghost of Jesus.
How?
I live in the Holy Ghost by
No, you
Jesus.
don't. No, you don't.
By His choice.
No, you don't.
Yo, God
You're a devil,
chooses
man.
you.
You
God
know a damn
chooses.
thing.
No, you're wrong.
He's in
Who-
the spirit, but he's not in his flesh. Does that make sense?
Yes.
You're looking at me in the flesh.
You
in
have
my
to
flesh.
separate
I'm
the
looking at you in your
you have to
crippled flesh.
separate
You're
the flesh.
degenerate flesh.
You are living
You're
in the flesh,
reprobate mind.
black and white. Don't get
Excuse
it.
me?
Living in the flesh, the black and white. Don't
Right,
get it.
right,
in
right, right,
America.
right.
I'm an American.
What-
I'm an Apache.
You're an Apache? Are you sure you're a Gadite? You're a Native American? Are you a Native American? I'm sorry?
I'm a human being.
Are you Native? You said Apache though. Are you Native American? Are you Native American?
I'm a human being.
Oh, I mean that's irrelevant. Are you Apache though?
We are all brothers and sisters.
That's not true.
There's-
That's
what do you
not
mean
true.
it's not true. Who God made us in His image.
Who's that?
God made us in His image.
He made everybody in his image?
Yes,
So the
everybody.
white man's in God's image?
Everybody is
How?
God.
How?
When He made you from the dust.
Are white people from the dust?
Everybody's there is
Are
no
white
such
people
thing
from
as
the
white,
dust?
black or white.
Are white
living
people
in-
from the dust?
That's living in the
That's
flesh.
impossible. The white man is a
White or
cyborg
black.
in a sense.
That don't get it. It don't
Yeah.
make it.
The white man is literally a mutant. He's a mutant on the earth, and the Asian man. That's why they have so many deformities.
With the living spirit.
Why don't you come closer, man? Don't just hit and run. Let's talk about some things.
No, I cannot.
You can't? You're just gonna run your mouth and leave? Is that Christian like? Is that love? Of course it's not. Of course it's not.
Jesus said, "Strengthen to one another."
Okay. Who was he talking to?
Huh?
Who was he talking to?
Everybody.
No, he wasn't. He was talking to his disciples.
No, we was talking.
He was talking to the
us.
whole world. The whole world was there.
Where Jesus.
Where you at? I want to prove that point. Jesus existed. Let me see. Yeah, read that.
God.
Oh, what is this?
God.
This is Tacitus, the historian Tacitus. Read what he lived. Read what he lived first, and then go to that paragraph I want.
Tacitus, the Roman historian
The Roman historian, read.
and senator Tacitus referred to Jesus, his execution by Pontius Pilate.
Ooh, wait a minute. Jesus didn't exist though. But this is the Roman historian talking about how Jesus was executed. Where'd that brother go? He lied. He was scared to get his head cut off. That's why he had to run. The first point he made by the council, I knew as soon as he mentioned that, I had to take the mic. I knew he was about to say some nonsense about it. I already knew it in the spirit. He's going to say some nonsense that fast and lie about the history of the Bible. I don't know where to get this stuff from. That's the fifth or sixth person that said that.
That's literally on History Channel. I seen that shit on History Channel.
When they try to say they created Jesus, listen, the white man's a devil, but our people are just as dumb. They fall for it. He said we learned the Bible from the white man, but he learned that information from the white man. Guarantee you. Go ahead.
The scholarly consensus is that
The what?
the scholarly
The
consensus
scholarly consensus. That means all the historians, all the scholars basically agreed upon this. Read.
is that Tacitus' reference to the execution of Jesus by Pontius Pilate is both authentic,
It's both what?
authentic,
Uh-huh.
and of historical value as an independent Roman source.
Ooh, wee, that's a cut. So I don't know what that dude was talking about. Jesus was created in 300 AD, like, what? Oh, Arianism? Yeah, we can read that, but I just want to bring that out. I don't know if he's a Gadite, but either way. Oh yeah, he was acting like a demon though, so I had to curse his ass out. He could be a devil just the same by his spirit. That's the spirit he's in, the spirit of the devil. Excuse me, sorry.
All right, so the disputed issue centered on the natures and relationship of God the Father and the Son, Jesus. The disagreement sprang from the different ideas about the Godhead and what it meant for Jesus to be God's Son. Alexander maintained that the Son was divine in just the same sense that the Father is co-eternal with the Father, else he could not be a true Son. Now, Arius emphasized the supremacy and uniqueness of God the Father, meaning that the Father alone is almighty, and that therefore the Father's divinity must be greater than the Son's.
Facts. That's what we believe. We believe in Arianism, not Trinitarianism. Arianism, right?
Arius taught that the Son had a beginning.
Ooh, wait, dagger. Give me that in Micah 5:2. Go ahead.
And that he possessed neither the eternity nor the true divinity of the Father, but was rather made God.
He was made God, right?
Only by the Father's permission and power. And that the Son was rather the first and the most perfected of God's creatures.
Exactly. That's why he's the only begotten, the special person that God created, and then he was his first creation, which is the Messiah, Yahushua, to do all the creating after that. Is that it? Give me that in Micah 5:2, and give me that in the NLT actually. What did dude shooting a music video? Damn devils. Clowns, bro. Clowns. I don't get it, man. Culture vultures at its finest. Culture versus at its finest. Madness, man. Where you at? Give me that.
Micah chapter 5 verse 2 in the NLT. But you, O Bethlehem, Ephrathah, are only a small village among all the people of Judah. Yet a ruler of Israel will come from you.
Exactly. This is after David lived, so it can't be talking about David. A simple OT-only brother would say this is King David. Go ahead.
One whose origins are from the distant past.
That's NLT? Yes, NLT. Give me that in the, it says, I want it in the, what does it say in the KJV? Let me see. There's a different, it says it differently in another version. Read it in the RSV. Actually, hold on, how many on here? Yeah, either one of these is fine. ESV or yeah, either one of those.
Micah 5:2 in the ESV. But ye, O Bethlehem, Ephrathah, who are too little to be among the clans of Judah, for you shall come forth for me, one of who is to be ruler in Israel, whose coming forth is from ancient days.
Exactly, from ancient days. He was created. Talking about the prophecy about Christ. So let's get another prophecy, or another scripture. I cut the hell out of somebody with this on Clubhouse one day. He had to get off the call. John 16, I think it's 27. Yeah, John 16. Oh man, I wish I could hear the music so I can clown him. Yeah, right there. Give me that.
27?
Yeah.
Okay, John 16:27. For the Father himself loveth you, because you have loved me, and have believed that I
believe what?
And have believed that I came out from God.
So I would ask simple Trinitarian, when did Christ come out from God? What would they say? What would be the answer to that? When did Christ come out from God? It was his first creation. That's plain and simple. Give me Hebrews, the first chapter. I believe it's 1 and 3. Because the brother came up here spewing rhetoric, just like we were used to, you know. 1 and 3. Yeah, give me that.
Okay, Hebrews 1:1. God, who at sundry times in diverse manners spake in time past unto the fathers by the prophets, hath in these last days spoken unto us by his Son, whom he hath appointed heir of all things, by whom also he made the worlds.
So God appointed Christ to create everything that he obviously wanted to create. Go ahead.
Who being the brightness of his glory, in the express image of his person.
Wait, the express image of his person. We'll get that in Greek in a second, read.
And upholding all things by the word of his power, when he had by himself purged our sins, sat down on the right hand of the majesty on high.
Wait, so he's not God, he's not the Most High, that's for sure. Well, let's read what this says in the Greek. And this is just a cold cut to the Trinity in one verse. You know what I want? The express image here.
Oh, character.
Yeah, character, that's what I want. Go ahead.
This is the Greek word 5481, character. And it's the instrument used for engraving or carving. The mark stamped upon that instrument or wrought out on it. A mark or a figure burned in or stamped or an impression. The express impression of any person or thing. Mark likeness, precise reproduction in every respect. Basically, a facsimile.
Exactly. So, Most High is the instrument stamping on something else and leaving the mark, which is Christ.
Like a rubber stamp.
Exactly, like a rubber stamp, or like what is another like, yeah, basically like a rubber stamp, like simple.
But also right here, and it says it's a facsimile. A facsimile is an old way to saying like a carbon copy. Like, you know what I'm saying? When you send out a fax, you're sending out a copy or something. So it's, in other words, a facsimile. So he's a carbon copy of the Most High, basically.
Exactly. Since the Most High don't get off his throne, he already created a son already from the foundation of the earth, as it says in Revelation, to be a sacrifice for the nation of Israel. But they're not the same people. They're not equal. They're not co-equal. He's not eternal like the Father. It doesn't make sense. But anyways, I want to talk to them reprobates, man. What's the dude's name on the movie? Malibu's Most Wanted. Malibu's Most Wanted, man. Hey, what's going on? Malibu's Most Wanted, man. What's going on, man?
B-Rad.
B-Rad and Vanilla Ice. What's up? I don't know why they come to this block. Are they trying to impress us or something? I know they're not from out here. Damn. They don't want to bump that whack music either.